Jock here from Pest Finder Pro, and today I'm going to jump straight in and not waste any time and help you guys. If you've got a startup company, you're trying to get your company going, there has been a recent update, a Google update, March the 6th. Google rolled out an update that's going to last for probably quite a long time, certainly over the coming months. But what does this actually mean for you? Well, here's the thing. A lot of pest control companies maybe work with SEO companies or, again, I promised the world, and are working on content. And predominantly, they'll utilize AI content and then they'll kind of tweak a little thing, or maybe they don't really understand the pest control industry. I mean, ask them, when the rains come, do the mosquitoes come out? And that's, simple things that some of them don't even know. So when you're working on your content for your website, this is really, really important. And the recent updates, there's been 2 recent updates that happened on March the 6th, which, as I said, is going to run out as well for quite a while. The first update is their normal update. It's the Google core update. And then the second update is the spam update. Ever since the iteration of AI, my God, so many SEO companies, so many people have jumped onto this AI bandwagon. And I have always said the bubble's going to burst, and Google's not going to let this run too often. And so what you've found now is that so many companies have jumped forward, either in-house or maybe they've been working with a marketing company who have just been doing content after content after content, articles, just pushing it out, mass content. Google has realized that, and now this update is bringing that to an end, guys. So their core update, which is focusing on more about their helpful content. So you see, there's a lot of people that are writing content for maybe area pages, and there's loads of these area pages, and they all kind of seem the same. It's not really helpful. Google understands that. Maybe you have been writing, or the people you've been working with have been writing content that's like, how to get rid of ants fast, or how to get, and it's written really for search engines. Google is recognizing that people are writing for search engines and not writing for people who want to read it, for people who want to find out things, to educate, to help make connections. They're looking for more of this emotional connection. And so here's the thing. It's like when I work with my clients, we write an article, you have to be creative. You've got to really have that creative flow about it and not just write for content. There's going to be so many sites out there that are going to tank. It's already happened. So many, even some major SEO experts, have found that their sites are tanking as well, because everybody jumped on this AI bandwagon. Let's get 10 articles out, 20 articles out, let's pump it. Well, Google's they've cottoned onto this. They cottoned onto it way at the start. And this is what I said. I always said this was going to happen. This update, their core update now, where they're looking for good quality content, they've recognized over the last year or so, the Google search results are just putting out crap. And so I've always maintained we've got to be ahead of the game when it comes to quality content. And the people that you work with, they really should have a passion for pest control, for the industry. Like I have. I have a passion for it. I understand it. I understand the seasons and things like that. So when we write articles, when we're writing and developing content, we're developing that content along a deep interest, along an emotional connection that we can do. The best thing I ever get is when some of my clients, they'll come back and they'll say, I just recently actually, an article we did on mosquitoes, which actually I'm going to be doing a talk on that, because it's actually something you guys should jump into doing now as the spring season comes in. Anyway, I'm kind of digressing. I want to keep focused on this because this is important. So I said, the best thing is when they come back and say, I love that article, that really good, helpful stuff in it, and people that are running their pest control companies need to really be focusing on developing relationships with the customers and going out and serving the customers. The content should be left to people that know the industry, that understand and can write and can captivate an audience. And this is not what's happened. What's happened is you're seeing is tons and tons of the same old stuff, copycat stuff. You can write an article on maybe termites and how termites, the 5 tips to identify termites, the alates and maybe the discarded wings and things like that. Well, everybody's doing that. You've got to really be creative with the way that you approach things. And Google's recognized that. And now with this update, there are not only 2 updates, the spam update and the core update. The core update, which is welcome, to be honest, and I don't have any worry about it because, my guys are, people that I work with are not going to, they're not going to get hit. I know that for a fact because we've always concentrated on quality. But if you're out there and you have been jumping on this AI bandwagon and pushing it and getting more and more written AI content, you can tell written AI content a mile off it, and it all kind of sounds the same. It doesn't really captivate your voice, and at the end of the day, you've got to put your own energy into it. Maybe there's a story, maybe there's something that you bring into that content. No, I'm not saying you can't use AI. Definitely not. You can use AI for research and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you can't just pump out. I hate it when people just pump out an article and tweak it a wee bit and put it in there. It's not good. You've got to really be focused on being creative and putting quality out there that people are going to want to read. Because that's what Google is now saying. Now saying that they're going to be targeting not only the poor content, but they're targeting AI-generated content. And you're going to see over the coming months, a lot of that is going to collapse. And people that have just put loads and loads of content out there that's AI-generated and doesn't really have any good quality writing to it. I'm a journalist. I write for magazines. One of my clients, I actually wrote different articles for magazines in their area, and I write for national magazines, big magazines, right? So you can identify, you can tell, you can identify when it's professionally written and when it's not. And yes, sometimes the AI stuff comes out, it reads really, really well, but you've got to infuse your own energy into it. You've got to infuse passion into this content. So this is what's going to happen, guys, if over the next couple of months, I'd say the next couple of months, and nobody really can tell exactly what these Google algorithms are doing. There's no real experts out there that have got it. Even Neil Patel we can only surmise what Google are doing by the signals that they send out and by the PR or by the documents that they put out on their site. So they're going to be looking for companies that are doing mass content, just pumping out content. And that's a signal for them because they want them to rank. They're going to be looking at the quality of the content. It's going to be bad content. And they're looking for, as I said, the amount of content, the scale content. They're going to be targeting bad actors, people that are just putting stuff out there in order to rank and not giving anything to the readers or people who are searching that have a problem that want to do this. So what can you do, guys? Well, really, you got to look at your website, you got to look at your content, and this is the way you win as a pest control company, is by putting quality content out there. Even, yes, we can have libraries and we can write about the bugs and things like that. There's only so much that you can say, because one pest control company is going to say something similar about a carpenter ant. There's only so much. The behavior of the carpenter ant is going to be the same behavior of termites. It's going to be the same, hornets and things like that. But it's important to intersperse maybe news items, things that is coming into the industry. Maybe like we did a long time ago when the problem with murder hornets coming in and it hit the national news. So we would write about that. Or what about Joro spiders that started coming in from that are maybe coming down? What was it, from Georgia? I think it was. They were found in Georgia, and these invasive spiders are making their way. So these are interesting things that you can write about. It's not necessarily selling your service per se, but what it is doing is it's creating intrigue. and it's creating wonder, and it's making emotional connections. But also the biggest thing, guys, is it's making you an authority. Yes, you might not have Joro spiders in you might not even have, murder hornets in your area. But the fact that you're reporting on this kind of stuff, it makes it interesting. You can write it with your own flair. And the more that you gain authority, the more you become authority in your area, the more you become authority in the niche, people trust you because you've got good quality stuff there. Now, there's another update in terms of that was recent as well this year, just before Christmas. That's about video, and I'll do another lesson on that. But this is really important because this has happened within the last 24 hours. And so you should be looking at your content, and you should be looking at, my friend Jeff, who had really bad actors working with him and literally got him banned. We've now got him back, which is freaking amazing. We're grateful. We've worked hard through that and did that. But he was off for a while. I mean, he was down, no maps, no nothing showing, and bad content, everything else. And so you've got to really be focused on quality. It's not just about you ranking at the top of the search results. Google is aware of that. They're looking for companies that have got great information, that are servicing what the needs of their customers, their clients, well, with good educational stuff as well, and intersperse it with interesting facts and interesting stories and things that maybe breaking news. It's really important, guys. If you've got really high quality content, I will guarantee you that you will rank anyway. And I will guarantee you that, you'll save a lot of money on ads because you'll be given what people want, what they're searching for, and Google will reward you for that as well. And that's when your form gets filled in and you get inquiries and it comes in all the time. And the thing is as well, guys, is we're now in early spring, right? You should have been working on doing really good quality content. Christmas, I've said this before, Christmas time before, working on it, building up that content. When we build up content, when we're writing, and remember, I'm not coming at you as an SEO expert or anything, right? I work with media, I coach in media, and I write content, and I specialize in pest control in this industry because I did pest control in the British Army, and I like it, I enjoy it, I have a passion for it. So you've kind of got to work in that flow and understand that. I do understand SEO very deeply. I do understand content marketing because it's the area that I'm involved in. But this recent update is actually going to hit people, and you should have been working on content way before now. The content should have been getting developed and ready for going into your season. Not too late. It's something that you can work on now. And if you guys want any help, you can reach out to me and we can talk about, us doing your content and you guys getting on with the job that you're supposed to be doing. But just be aware, this update's rolled out. It's going to probably keep going. There's going to be massive changes. The algorithm's getting tweaked all the time. It's going to happen over the next couple of months. You're going to see a lot of spam sites go down. You're going to see a lot of AI sites go down, and you're going to see a lot of AI content get hammered. So be aware of it. AI is good if you know how to use it, but it's not the be-all and end-all of everything. Yes, it can save you time and everything else, but there has to be quality, guys. So don't work with companies that are just going to spout out crap all the time and it be the same old. There's only so much that you can write about identifying an ant infestation. You've got to interpret. You've got to disperse some of that and get some good quality stuff in there and some interest. How about even you write a story about maybe one of the worst cases you've been on or something? Create some intrigue. Just realize, guys, that this algorithm update, these two updates, the spam updates, looking for bad actors, bad content, everything else, the core updates, which we know come every year anyway, they are really going to clean up the search results. And so if you are an up-and-coming company and you're starting your pest control business, or even if you're seasoned, start to think seriously about your content, because it will bring you benefits. It's a long-term investment, not a short-term cash solution. Long-term investment that'll help you to grow and sustain the company as you go forward. Guys, if you've got any questions, then reach back to me. This is just a quick one to get you going. I got some great guests coming up. We're hopefully bringing an expert in about ticks and entomologists. We're going to talk about that. And I'm going to be doing another talk about about mosquito season coming up as well. And so you're not always going to get marketing from me. I will talk about some of the things that I know about and that can maybe give you a heads up. And then I'm hoping to get more of you guys that are part of Pest Finder Pro to come and tell your stories so that you can help other pest control professionals that are up and coming. Guys, thanks for listening. If you've got any questions, reach out to us. If you're not a member of Pest Finder Pro, then go and join Pest Finder Pro. It's a great directory content marketing suite for the pest control industry, and it's run by people who are passionate, and certainly for me as well. And if you've got an issue with your content, you want us to help you with that, then reach out and let me know. God bless.